You arrive at the cafe near your workplace for an early lunch. Six Fan, an eatery built on the bones of a former tour guide company, if you recall correctly. Your need for privacy is fairly accommodated by the cafe's quiet ambience. Also, the decent food and affordable prices are an added bonus to keep you coming back. You set Toast's sleeping head on the seat across from you before you order. Your food arrives, a simple plate of bacon and eggs with some orange juice. Surveying your surroundings, you're satisfied that there are no other customers. You pull out the note from your pocket. Okay, let's see why this got him so excited. Toast, if you found this note, then I've gone with the members of the cult, those people in black hoods. I have reason to suspect that their leader has my jacket. Stay away. I don't know how dangerous this group is. Rest assured, my friend, I will still honor my promise to you. Stay safe. Your friend, Archon. He's in the cult now? Your head tenses at the conundrum presented to you. Without his friend, even if his friend was a valid option in the first place, there's no way now that Toast can help you. Who in their right mind would go so far for a dumb jacket? You rub your temples as an ongoing struggle between your head and your heart rages on. I should dump him right here and now, cut my losses and find another way to save King. What was I even thinking? He's literally a condemned soul. He tried to attack Morris and those cultists. But then, maybe he was really looking out for our safety, or to find his friend. What the heck do I really want? Squinting your eyes, you notice what looks to be a watermark on the paper. It can't be. You lift the note from the air towards the light and you let out a small gasp. The curved horns, the crown above the diamond, the Underworld insignia. This piece of stationery came from there. Who is this guy? Your stomach growls loudly. Oh, well, where am I? You're in a cafe. Relax. By the way, I read the note. Care to explain what made you try to attack those people? You place the note in front of you. I was just gonna beat them up and make them fess up to where Archon was. Like the note said, they're a bunch of cultists. They could be trying to hurt Archon as some part of sick initiation ritual. I saw it on TV. They brainwash people and have sex orgies with aliens. Aliens? What kind of show did you watch? Doesn't matter, those cultists are bad news, and I'm worried about Archon being in there. Toast presses his translucent hand against his forehead and groans a little. I didn't even know I could feel this sick. You used some weird magic. He points accusingly at you. About that, I swear I've seen something like that before, but when? Oh, hey, look at that. They gave me some toast with my bread. You must miss that. You pierce your fork through a piece of golden brown toast before gesturing it towards the demon. What? Toast? No, not really. Can't really stand it, to be honest. But why? You'd grow sick of it too if you ate nothing but toast and a smidge of butter growing up. You set the toast back on the plate. Besides, I've had demons try to shove toast endlessly into me before. Doesn't make for a good demons. The demons use those portals. You're one of them. Damn it, betrayed by breakfast once again. You drop the fork on the plate and watch as the egg yolk break and spread out. Racking your brain, you wonder how to play this. You need to keep Toast on your side, but which response would deliver the best outcome? Look, I'll come clean. I'm not any run-of-the-mill demon. I'm the demon lord before Vendrick kicked me out. You said that last part as fast as you can in hopes that Toast didn't hear you. Toast lets out a gasp. Wait, I remember now. You're the Screaming Lord. Huh? Yeah, that's what all the other demons called you in the torture rooms. Whenever a demon screams, that means you came up with a new idea. You feel your right eye twitching. I'm sure that was all in good humor. Yeah, they even made a betting game on how many bad ideas you could come up in a month. Those... Anyways, now that you know who I am, look, my title doesn't matter to me. I just want to right my mistake and bring King home. You know, after Judgment Day, I've lost years to that literal hell. Looking back, I can't help but think that what you want now is a tall order on my part. Oh. Back when I was a kid, the adults would always say no to judge people because that's not nice. How did you stomach doing what you did? You ball up your hands on your lap. The weight of your anxiety rests heavily on your shoulders. Toes crosses his arms. You ponder your answers as your eyes flick between the hyena and at the abandoned toast in front of you. The judgment you and any of the other souls went through were determined by the system. The equations to judge a soul. Even if I'm not directly involved, I will acknowledge that the judgment system is the extension of the demon lord's will, of my will. But judgment must be cast. The demon lord must judge souls and demons. Wait, what? Must judge souls and demons, must carry out punishment on the damned. So if you ask me how I live with it, I just do, because that's my job. His laughter catches you off guard. What's so funny? I zoned out halfway through that spiel, but I think I got the gist of it. At least you have the balls to get the job done. I can respect that. Nothing's worse to me than having to suffer under someone spineless with wishy-washy apathy. I say, no matter the job, you got to do it right. So we're cool? For now. I still gotta bust Archon out, and that'll be easier with someone who's got an actual body. But I've got some terms you gotta meet if you want my help. If this is about taking over up above, I can tell you that's not happening. No skin off my back. Saves me the trouble beating everyone up. But I still want in on up above. You're the demon lord, right? X. I don't intend to go back to it. You must still have some connections. You must know how you can get me in. That's all I want. In your heart of hearts, you don't know if Toast's request is remotely possible. Souls barely escaped the Underworld, and now he wants to practically override his sentence. Why do you want this so badly? Well, he grabs the fork after a couple tries, swipes a dollop of peanut butter from the provided ramekin of condiments, and spreads it all over the clean side of the bread. He just watches the food before grabbing some strawberry jam and splattering it across the peanut butter. Dropping the fork, he pushes the plate away and looks at you. Ain't it obvious? You're asking me to pick between an eternity of fun or torture. Is that all? That's not important. Can you make it happen or not? You need him, at least for now. Fine, help me save King and I'll get you into up above. Then let's make a bacon promise. A bacon what? A bacon promise. Obviously. He picks up one of the bacon slices on your plate. You and I swear on the tastiest meal on earth that we will honor this deal, and if you're gonna break that promise to bacon, you're damned to hell. Well, I'm from there, so this doesn't really mean much. Then the one who breaks this promise is cursed with 1,000 years of bad luck. You feel a strong sense of determination when looking into Toast's eyes. In contrast, uncertainty takes hold of your heart, as you don't even know if you can keep your end of the bargain. Yet you steel your resolve for King. You reach out and grab the other end of the bacon. Oh my god. I promise. Toast pulls on the other end, ripping the bacon into two. It's a deal. He throws his portion of the bacon into his mouth and you watch it fall onto the seat. Damn it, everything I eat just goes straight through me. You take a deep breath and eat the rest of your cold meal in silence. With so much that has happened in one morning, all you wish is for some time to rest. While you eat, you manage to keep Toast busy with the video on your phone. Yo, he's an iPad kid. That's crazy. After your meal, you take Toast back to your apartment. Sitting in an elevator, King sits bound and gagged from head to toe. The soreness around his butt is replaced with a dull but numbing pain from staying still. Each time the elevator changes direction, King lurches from side to side. The room itself is seemingly chasing after some far-off destination. King rests his head against the cold metallic wall, too tired to continue a struggle against his bindings. His eyes rise upward to the demon that has his back turned to him. The dark bindings of Lunga's mouth start to curve further around King's face, with the tip resembling a dog's head, peeking at the corner of his eyes. Bro, he says you have a nice ass. What? Fortis looks over his shoulder and flashes a smile. Thanks, glad someone noticed the effort that went into training my glutes. The demon flexes his bubbly posture. King shakes his head frantically. He says to ungag him. Not a chance. I have a hard enough time figuring out what to do without you yelling in my ear. Dude says he won't talk much. He just doesn't like me stuffing his nose. Hey, that's mean. It's not as if I like being wrapped around you with your soft fleece. It feels weird touching a mortal. Fortis turns around. Just ignore him. He can't do anything to you. No. Bro, he says he's gonna lick me. Ew. Relax, there's nothing. He's doing it, bro. I can feel his slimy tongue spreading his immortal saliva on me. What the fuck? Fortis shakes his head and lets out a loud growl. Fine, return. The bindings on King's mouth unravels and slithers up Fortis' arm. Ooh, that's nice. King's jaw drops as he watches a previous sentient shadow revert into a lifeless tattoo. Fortis points at the stunned alpaca. Now zip it or he's gonna go back on you. Fortis points at his right forearm. Exhausted, King presses his face against the cold metal surface beside him. I wish I could see where we're going. The spot where his head meets the metal swirls open, granting him a window into the outside space. Peering through the portholes-like space, he sees portraits fly about around a murky abyss. Like the planets surrounding the sun, the paintings appear to move in the same manner, but they are circling around what remains to be seen. The alpaca shifts his attention back to the demon. Fortis keeps mumbling to himself. He intently peruses the elevator control panel, indecisively reaching out for buttons before changing his mind. Where are we going? This elevator ride feels like it's been going on for too long. Just give me a moment. I'm thinking where to put you. Maybe here? He presses a combination of buttons and the elevator comes to a halt. The door opens to a bathroom full of naked demons showering. That's crazy. Crap, sorry dudes. Fortis rapidly presses another button so the doors can close and begin moving again. The elevator jolts, bringing back King's motion sickness with it. Did that guy have like 3 yes and don't ask? Now how about here? While Fortis inputs the next combination, King leans to the side and squints to see the buttons. To his dismay, the panel is decorated with symbols beyond his comprehension. It's not long before the elevator comes to a stop again. The door opens to a desert plain. There's only one thing that stands out, a silent mass of people huddled around something. The alpaca blinks. Before them are beings on their knees, looking up in reverence. The outline of their incorporeal bodies is barely maintained as the wisps of their essence float back and forth like smoke in the wind. A mixture of shock and fascination dawns on King as he realizes what the ethereal beings are. Souls. There's something unnerving about the whole display. King gulps as his eyes slowly trail up to the very front of the crowd, a stone sculpture. The stone sculpture has its back turned against everyone, but something already feels amiss. What's that sound? King starts to hear a beating sound escalating with each passing second. The drumming sound that fills his ears is none other than the alpaca's own heartbeat. He says, his eyes remain fixated to the statue, unable to look away, not out of awe, but of fear. A possibility so grim, so terrible, may come to pass if he looks away. The fear grips King's entire core as tears start to stream down his body. His eyes. The metal door slides shut, obscuring the statue entirely. King gasps and rapidly blinks over his dry eyes. Might be a little too intense for this pipsqueak. What room was that? It's one of the mildest physical torture chambers, though it could work for you. What was that thing? I couldn't stop staring at it. Yes, that would be the demon Akios. You don't want to find out what happens when the souls stop staring at him. What in the world made you think that'd be a safe place for me? I don't know. You seem pretty popular with mortal souls. Your kind can't seem to take your eyes off of them. I don't think those souls have a choice in the matter. Fine, then I'm using plan B.